My name is Shonali Devereaux, and I am delighted to be IBTM World's podcast host for 2025. And the podcast is called New in Events. And essentially that covers everything that is new in events and everything you might need to know if you are new to events. The goal with the podcast is to inspire and provoke thinking so that people can really make changes to what they're doing or think about what they're doing differently, learn something new, be inspired by content you may not have come across before. It's really sharing the content that we can all have access to through IBTM World out into the wider world. So it's really about the whole ecosystem of events. We look at the macro environment trends, we look at emerging destinations, we look at why you would want to go to those new destinations for events. We look at the meso environment. So we're looking at how event organizers are actually organizing and facilitating fantastic content, whether that's to do with experiential, to do with personalization, to do with AI. How is it that they're bringing that into events? And then we're looking at really human and what I would call micro issues is how do we get attendees to have really great experiences here? How do we bridge that gap between work and life so that we can democratize events for everybody, whether that's accessibility or whether that's about potentially having creches on site and all sorts of new things that people are doing that you can be inspired by. So this week for me has been an absolute inspiration. I've been listening to people on the floor in the sessions talking about topics that completely blew my mind. And then I had the enormous privilege of taking them into my little podcast booth and probing them with questions that I think you will want to hear. So if you want to hear about what's new in events, if you want to learn and be inspired, come and join me. This podcast will be available wherever you cast your pods, whether that's Spotify, Apple, on the IBTM World site. Please come and have a listen.